3, 2, 1. Bingo. Let's and Bingo, what's his name? Bingo. Bingo. Where is it? There it is. That solves that problem. While you're liking it, don't forget to share it. I can hear myself on your end. Do you have a different speaker on than not normal?
No, same setup as usual.
That's so weird. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's weird.
You sound a little louder than usual, but I don't know why that's the case.
Huh. Fancy pants.
Yeah, the only thing I changed is I finally figured out a decent resolution for my monitor that it doesn't look all crap.
Yeah, that would really not change that.
It looks really good now.
Walt Disney World, home, our native land. Yeah, I was singing the Canadian national anthem. What you know about that?
Interesting.
Interesting choice. Let's see. Stop it.
Stop what?
I hit the wrong button. While everybody climbs into the show, do us a favor and please reach out and share this with your friends. The more, the merrier. And last play. And good. And good. And do that. And do that. And do that. Do that.
Don't forget, if you like it, that's great. Don't forget to share it.
I know you if you're doing it. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Fantastic Memories Travel, and its Mouse Master Travel Group. The Mouse Master agents love to book Disney vacations. They are specialized in it, and they want to take care of all the stressful parts of your vacation planning so you can focus on the fun. You could check them out at mousemastertravel.com. And don't forget to tell them Behind the Ears podcast sent you. Trader Sam's Coffee, the art-essential roaster of specialty Disney-inspired coffees. Why not brew some magic at your home? Some of their coffees include Skipper's Brew, Ghoulish Delight, Enchanted Tiki Coconut, Red-Headed Rum, and many other unique roasts. Their coffees are certified gluten and allergen-free and feature unique custom artwork by guest artists. Trader Sam's Coffee offers an adventure in every bag, so start your adventure off today by visiting them at TraderSam'sCoffee.com. The TraderSam'sCoffee.com. And the Behind the Ears listeners, be sure to take advantage of this exclusive offer and save 20% off your first purchase with promo code EARS20, EARS20. That's EARS20 at TraderSam'sCoffee.com. Brew your happy place. Mickey Monthly brings you a surprise box of Disney goodies direct from Disney parks each month. They curate these perfect custom boxes for your family and have options including Disney trading pins, Main Street snacks, and of course, authentic Disney park merchandise. Packages start at only $7, so secure your Disney withdrawal today by heading over to MickeyMonthly.com and use our special promo code RADIO35, RADIO35 to save 35% off your first box. Are you a fan of live streams inside of Disney here on Streaming the Magic? Well, for $5 a month, you can get the VIP treatment. This includes exclusive streams only for VIP members and a special and intimate show once a week with Behind the Ears podcast where they take and answer all of your questions, and this show will only be available if you become a VIP member. Are you a VIP member yet? What are you waiting for? Head on over to Streaming the Magic and get started today. Streaming the Magic proudly brings to you Behind the Ears podcast. Welcome Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Behind the Ears Podcast. I am Uncle Danny. The man on the other side of the glass is Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris, how you doing on this fine Wednesday evening, sir?
I'm doing wonderful on this one. Yeah. Wow. I'm starting off already. I can't speak, but I am doing wonderful, and I hope you are doing the same.
Well, it's Wednesday. We're one step closer to Friday. I'm one step closer to leaving for Disney World, so I'm a happy camper. You know, it's one of those days where we had some good ideas. There really wasn't anything pressing inside the world of Disney. It's one of those odd days where I don't want to not do a show, but it was like, it was odd. You know, there really wasn't anything that was so major. But we did get to see the great folks of the Indie Disney meet. You know, they went down to Give Kids the World location there in Orlando, Florida, and they were lucky enough to take a tour and help volunteer a little bit today. And they also presented Give Kids the World part of our donations and everything that, you know, they raised, and that was a whopping $25,000 check given to Give Kids the World. So, you know, that was really cool to be a part of. Thank you, everybody who was able to help donate to an amazing cause. You know, we had an absolute blast doing it, and we look forward to raising even more money next year.
Yeah, I think that was really cool. I mean, we got a shout out from the guys at the Indie Disney meet for that, and, you know, it was really an honor to be a part of that. Yeah, we had a good time. Yeah, we got to meet some great people. You know, yeah, we got to go to Indy for a weekend. I mean, really, can't ask for anything more. And yeah, I will tell you, it was harder than heck to do a marathon show and everything else like that. And there was a lot of coordination going on in the background. But you know what? I will be more than happy to not only do it again, but I know that this next year it is going to be even better. It's going to be really cool. I'm really really excited, and Danny and I have already been talking about how to plan it out, and you know, it's all because of you guys have been showing us a lot of support. We know that together we can make a huge difference for that cause.
Yeah, super cool. So let's jump into, I don't want to say troubling news for Star Wars fans, because it's just a blip in the radar right now.
And what might that be?
Permits may allude to opening time frame for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios. Disney filed 2 permits recently that could signal an opening time frame for the upcoming land at Disney World's Hollywood Studios. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, terrible name for it. Jeez. But anyway, Star Wars Land does look pretty sweet if you are a Star Wars fan. And even if you're someone like me who doesn't know the Star Wars franchise, the pure depth and what they're going for here, and you know how Disney's going to knock it out of the park, it looks awesome. But these permits look to be related to one of the upcoming attractions. The first is for a ride installation, and the second is for an exterior architectural setup. You know, let's see, it's going to expire on September 26th, 2019.
Why is that bad news, though?
Well, I guess bad news for me, because that means it's opening that much quicker. I really wanted to give Toy Story its fair shot, have its doors open for a full year.
I think it'll be.
I don't think so.
I'm betting, my bet is sometime before the end of summer next year, which, if that's the case, means it will be open for pretty much a full year before Galaxy's Edge comes to be.
I'm really thinking that, you know, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, I want to buy tickets for when Toy Story opens." I'm thinking Memorial Day. There has been absolutely no inclination by Disney when it's going to open. No. This is pure speculation. Please do not run out the door and be like, Uncle Danny said to buy my tickets for Memorial Day. I just have a gut feeling that it's going to be Memorial Day weekend. If not, then I have no idea when.
I bet you they're going to just follow suit like what they did for Pandora.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they'll have let's put it this way: as soon as they start putting it out there for AP holders and press and DVC members, all to get a little bit of a sneak peek, you know what's going to be going on. So
I can't wait for those press passes to be handed out, because I truly believe that'll be the first major thing that Behind the Ears podcast gets to cover. Which would be, awesome if we can, if we can get in for Toy Story. I'd be really excited for that, obviously for other personal reasons, but I'm excited for it. But there are a lot of reports that Disneyland is right on schedule, and for some reason Disney World is very behind schedule. So that's more of the concern I was worried about, is you're hearing a lot of people say, oh, geez, that was odd. You're hearing a lot of people say that they're just that far behind. And that's odd to me. Very odd to me.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to speculate on any of that.
Let's see what else we got here today. There was a couple new shops that were opening over in Disney Springs.
I didn't get a chance to read that. Did you catch on what kind of shops they were? I mean,
yeah, nothing that you're going to be like, oh my God. But let's go through them real quick. They have one kind of cool one. Just when you thought the shopping at Disney Springs couldn't get any better, we have some new retailers coming in. The Swings and Things kiosk opened its doors last month near Cooks of Dublin. I know where Cooks of Dublin is. And they feature a variety of lounge-worthy hammocks and porch swings.
Oh, really? Oh, dude, when you go out there, check it out for me. And
you want me in a hammock? Send you a hammock?
Yes, I want a hammock. Okay, so as the story goes, really, I'm not kidding when I say this. My parents used to drag us to North Carolina every year for vacation. We used to go to Wrightsville Beach, south of Wilmington. Loved it. And one year, many, 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 many moons ago, in fact, the last year that we were there was like 1983. And we had this big, huge, handmade 2-person hammock. And it was at my parents' house for a long time. When I got married and got my own place, I put it out over there. And finally, about 10 years ago, it finally gave up and finally let loose. And yes, it finally let loose while I was on the hammock.
Oh, no.
But I've been wanting a really good quality hammock for quite some time. And anyway, because I will sleep outside in a hammock, and I have done it, and it's absolutely awesome. Anyway, not to belabor the point, you gotta at least take a few pictures and see what it's like, because that would be one of those things where I would buy it and then have it shipped home or something like that. So
yeah, it's gonna definitely be, if you really. I mean, I don't know how many tourists are really in the market for a hammock. But they must, because that rental space could not be cheap for this company to go in there. It's a very, very small footprint. It's more of an outside, how can I explain it? It almost looks, it's like a little house on the, like, it's not connected to anything. It's, it's open on 3 ways. It's got 4 walls, but there's openings, 3 different ways to go in. Little tiny roof, so it's, I can't see the rent being, like, astronomical. It's more of like a kiosk as you walk by. But once again, it's still going to cost you some money.
Yeah, I would expect that.
Savannah Bee went from a kiosk location to a newly expanded space located near the Gantry, and they even have made a mead tasting bar.
What do they do, though?
They samples of honey wines.
Honey wines?
Let's see.
Okay.
That's not what that is. This brought me to the marketplace. That's not what I wanted. All right, well, I'm going to skip that because I can't actually find exactly what it is. But if you want to just, you can figure Savannah Bee. It looks like it's anything honey-based.
Okay.
Bose Signature Soy Candles is the newest addition to the Marketplace Co-op. The company specializes in candles that are made with cotton, eco-friendly wicks, and 100% natural soy wax. Each candle is strongly scented, hand-poured, and labeled locally in Orlando. 100 different varieties of candles will be offered throughout the year. I know the one they actually put out was the main picture was pumpkin. The nice thing is people are saying they're eco-friendly and they're made right there in Florida, so that's something kind of cool.
Local economy type of thing, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's also a new kiosk, Rinse, Bath, and Body Company, which it's very close to a ripoff of another company. Will be opening soon near Paddlefish, which will feature natural body products that are handmade in Monroe, Georgia. Some of their products include deodorant, essential oil roll-ons, shower bombs, and their Peppo Foot collection. Huh. Essential oils. That's essentially what it is.
I'm gonna say something. I want to say it. I mean this in total complete humor, but I don't know if Central Florida is the right time to try out some natural deodorant. Just saying.
Fair enough. Oh, I got a little information on this Savannah Bee Company. This shop offers a variety of specialty and everyday honey, plus a range of all natural products such as body wash, lotion, lip balm, and body butter. Be sure to try out their mead tasting bar, which features honey wines ranging from dry to sweet, still to sparkling, and everything in between. Interesting. So there's a big push on odor this time around.
Yeah, I guess if business is going to stink, might as well be the good kind.
Yeah, that's
Well, did you also hear though that in some places that they now have a pass holder logo decal on the doors, supposedly where pass holders can get special discounts or other deals.
That's smart. They should be doing that all the time.
They should have been doing. I saw that. I'm like, that is ingenious, and that way you don't have to go like, "Excuse me, do you take an annual pass holder discount?" And that way there's no guessing. Because we always used to ask that anyway. Do you have AP AP cast member or DVC discounts type of thing, and of course pick out which one's best. And I think it makes total sense to have that little. Have the little logo there, little Mickey, just nice and welcoming, all pass holders. And I think it just makes a lot of sense. Because you know what? I'm not going to do a lot of shopping at Disney. I'll admit it. I liked going through downtown Disney Springs now. Kathy and I walked through there, last July, and it was very nice. I really enjoyed walking through there. But overall, it's just the concept of not knowing really where to hit. And if I was a pass holder and I saw the Mickey logo there, pass holder Mickey logo, I'm all over that.
So, Disney is also increasing their spending limit on law enforcement.
This is Disney or was it Central Florida?
Well, let's find out.
Okay.
Orlando News 6 is reporting that law enforcement presence on Walt Disney World property has been increased. The Reedy Creek or
Reedy Creek.
Okay. The Reedy Creek Improvement District has increased the spending on outside law enforcement patrolling Disney property to $15.8 million, which is up from the $13.7 that was reported in June of 2016. The budgeted increase went into effect in the fiscal year that began October 1st, and Reedy Creek pays the Orange County Sheriff's Office to patrol the entire property's roadways to help with safety and security of the theme parks and much more. Walt Disney World's Vice President of Communications. Wow, never knew that's what the person's name was. Jacque Waller.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right, said the budget increase. We have a comprehensive approach to security that includes measures that are visible and some that are not. We continuously review and adapt security procedures in coordination with law enforcement officials, but do not discuss specifics in order to avoid compromising their efforts.
Which makes sense.
And a lot of it goes back to back in June of 2016 when Pulse, the nightclub in Orlando, was hit. In the more recent past, you've got the attack in Las Vegas. A lot of people think I've always thought, I've sat there and been like, wow, I don't really see any cops. You don't realize how many cops are undercover in Disney.
Yeah, people don't realize what kind of security effort they have.
No, it's ridiculous. Let's see. Teresa wanted to give a topic. I wanted to give you guys a topic to talk on, so when we go to Disney Saratoga Springs for our family vacation, they gave someone else our room, and they gave us a room that overlooks someone else's balcony, and we were literally on the phone with the front desk, and after fighting with them for several times, they gave us $100 credit. What to do with that credit? Go out to eat. My life revolves around food. So I'm always.
I was gonna say, eventually it's all going to go into back to Disney, so to speak. And my thing is if you haven't used it, save it for the next trip. Use it to go out to eat. Tell you the truth, one time we got a credit for a similar room snafu, and we obviously spend way more than the credit, so it didn't really matter. It was a nice gesture. We didn't ask for it. It was really nice, but still
spend it on food. Go enjoy it.
Yeah,
literally,
do something special, do something different.
Yeah, do something that maybe you might look at the menu and be like, we've always wanted to try that, but it's a little bit more expensive than we normally would have done. Or, take a chance. I always try to push for something more expensive, because even if, so say your normal budget is $100 for dinner, you could still spend that $100, but now you get a free $100 on top of it. Go out and get that appetizer, get that specialty drink, or go get some Dole Whips.
The funny part is, you had a couple people there. It's basically said, hey, you know what? Go to California Grill and splurge a little bit. Go to Hoop-Dee-Doo and give that a try. I was actually thinking of those exact same things, as I was, kind of thinking, where could she go? Those are, again, do something special with it.
Take a tour, like John said. That's true, too. If you can get in.
Tour, that's all. I'll always do a tour. The fact is that even if it's a small tour, like behind the scenes tour is such a cute tour. I've always enjoyed it. Fun facts.
I might do that tour this time. Alex, I don't think she's in the market for that tour. I don't think she really wants to do that tour for the price. So I believe the last time I checked, the price was like $30 a person, $31 a person, somewhere in that ballpark. It's not her favorite ride, so I don't think she has too much interest in doing that. But that's a luxury of being in the park a couple days by myself, is I'm going to need something to do, and I've been dying to do that tour. I might take a look into it.
Yeah. You do something like that. Just do something fun, do something different, do something you wouldn't normally do. Or you know what? Or you know what? Better yet, fine. Go to the spa over at Saratoga.
Yeah.
There you go.
If you're there now, maybe sample things around. $100 can get you pretty far in wine and food right now.
A good point.
Yeah, that can get you at least, depending on your, if you're just talking non-alcohol, if you're just talking strictly dishes, that you might make it all the way around the world. You'd be close. You'd be close if not making it.
And you'd be really full by the time you walked out. You'd have to do it nice and slow.
Absolutely. Yeah, so she's not there, so.
Yeah,
okay.
I you know what? I've always wanted to do that whole eat around the world bit. I've just never been there around the same time. And at the same time, they're just, I know you're like, challenge accepted.
We got it planned out. I almost know, because now the nice thing is, now your wife's a little bit more of a finicky eater, right?
Yeah, she's more of just a, give me a good old steak and potatoes type of person.
Yeah. So me and Alex are very adventurous what we eat, so we're super excited because we have it planned that we're getting one drink and one item to share at every spot. We're going to every kiosk. Now, yes, it is going to be extremely expensive, but the nice thing is we're kind of going off the basis of like, if one of us don't like it, the other one will eat it or drink it, which is usually going to be me.
Yeah. And actually, what's a really cool thing though, is that I think by doing that, you're not overdoing it as quickly.
Yeah.
You're going to try something from each one. Yes, you're going to get you're going to tie one on, and you're going to, they're going to roll you out as cargo. But, the thing is that it what, seriously, it might cost you a couple $300 to do that whole thing. But here's the thing. The two of you could probably easily spend at least 2 Benjamins at Cali Grill. Easily. And so the thing is that you do that sort of thing, and it is really kind of a special, long. I mean, where else could you get like a 15, 20 course meal?
Yeah. No, granted, most of the places are bite sized. Maybe they give you 1 or 2 things. Like if you go to China, you're just getting an egg roll.
An egg roll.
But the nice thing is you can stop at any point and be like, oh, my hair. You can stop at any point and be like, you know what? I'm full. I don't want to drink. I don't want to eat anymore. And nothing goes to waste. It's not like you've already pre-ordered it. If we get 3/4 of the way through and we're like, okay, that's it. We're good. Jennifer would want to know, how many times have we been to Disney?
More times than I know that I've forgotten. I forgot how many.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably been around 20 so times, 25.
I'd probably say one of my first trips was like 2001, 2002, and I've done at least 1 or 2 trips at the minimum. Some years I've done up to 4 trips. So I'm going to say at least 25 times over the past 15 years, probably even more than that. You know what? I almost don't want to know. It's kind of like I don't want to.
I was backlogging some of my expenses in the past year since the show kind of took off. Yep.
Yeah, and I gotta find all my receipts too. That's gonna be bad. I'm gonna look at. It's that time of the month where I have to pay my bills anyway, and that's gonna scare the stuffings out of me.
Put it this way, I'll leave it at this and move on to the next topic. But from 2015 till let's say the end of when this year comes to a rest, I could have owned a mid-sized car for as much money as I spent going back and forth to Disney.
Yeah.
American made, smaller, maybe a small. I don't know. What's not mid-sized? Maybe a compact car? But yes, I could have had a vehicle paid for as much as I've spent in flights and hotels and stuff. It hurts. But what is cool is Disney is introducing internal resort shuttle bus between Jambo House and Kidani over at the Animal Kingdom launch.
Now, this isn't necessarily a new service, but now they actually have a bus, an actual bus that's easy to get in and out of. Get in and out of. Because before it was just a regular, full-size Chevy van type of thing that was all decked out in Animal Kingdom Lodge garb, so to speak. Now they've got a bus, little mini bus that'll do that very same thing. I'll be honest with you. I've seen it. I've never taken it, but I can see where it'd be well worth it. Because you can take a regular park bus, because usually if you're at Jambo, it will stop over at Kidani. Scratch that. If you're at Kidani, it'll go over to Jambo before it goes to the parks, but not all the time. And it is a little bit of walk. It's at least a 5 to 7 minute walk, which that doesn't sound like a lot unless you're just beat tired. So it's not a bad deal. And I don't think there's a lot of people that know about it. It's free, and I think people will be more than happy to do it. What they're really trying to do is getting people to enjoy both sides of the resort. It's really actually kind of nice. Because I like the Mara, which is the quick service over at Jumbo House. That's also where they have Jiko and Boma, other restaurants. But then they also have Sanaa over at Kidani, which I love going to Sanaa. Seriously, anybody going to Sanaa, I'm going to tell you one thing. If you don't get anything, and just one thing, get the bread service. Get the bread service and get all the dipping sauces. Well worth it. Simple as that.
A comment was made just to take a step back on the security, and I wanted to address it.
Sure.
Back on security, I wish they would use metal detectors more or wand everyone with the metal detector wand. I would happily wait the extra time for them to be more thorough. Just my 2 cents, but they do this.
They don't do it at all stops. Like there are some places where you will get selected. Not everywhere is.
Well, I'm trying to think. Anytime you're on anything to do with Magic Kingdom, you're getting through a metal detector.
Okay, but not at Animal Kingdom.
No,
is somewhat random.
The 3 smaller parks, you're not.
The 3 smaller parks, you're not. But if you're getting onto a monorail, you are. If you're going to the Magic Kingdom, you are. Yeah. So it's there's a lot more coverage to it than I think people see. The nice part is that it didn't seem to add too much additional time, which I don't have a problem with. And, especially if you're getting onto the monorail at a resort hotel, the Poly, the Contemporary, or the Grand Floridian, it doesn't seem to be adding a lot of time at all. Especially by now, everybody should be pretty much used to it.
Am I the only one that always goes through a metal detector then? I have never not gone through a metal detector at Disney in the past year.
I think I get randomly picked.
Yeah, every time.
Quite often, not all the time, but quite often. And I don't think it's really that. I don't think it's really going to be that big of a deal. I think that going with Stan is asking. I think the big deal is what's going to be for the Skyway is that any time that you're going to go over a certain line of security at a park, you're not going and the drop off points are after the security line, then I think you're going to end up having to take it. If it's not, you probably won't need it. They probably won't do security. I got to be honest with you. I don't think it'll be a big deal. I don't have a problem with going through a metal detector. I don't have a problem with them, looking through my stuff. I mean, seriously, what am I taking? I mean, I'm not taking anything that I shouldn't take. That's my take. I mean, my big thing is that the only thing that I've been questioned on, and questioned nicely, I might add, is my tripod.
Oh, I get questioned on my audio equipment all the time.
Yeah, I get questioned about my tripod. I don't get questioned about my camera or my battery bricks or anything like that. No, I don't have a problem with it. I would much rather have them do as much as they can along the lines of security. Just, I realize some people say, I mean, it doesn't really keep you safe for this and the other. You know what? They've caught their share of things, and I've always appreciated what Disney security does. I will tell you, I think the only thing that really only kind of slightly irritated me before is I had, what was it? I think I had like I was wearing a jacket, and I had a camera, with me. This is my small point and shoot camera, and I was going to go through and I had it in my pocket, and I kind of forgot about it, to be very honest with you. And I was going to go through the guests without bags part, and I got chastised a little bit about that, and I took it with a grain of salt, took it in stride. I'm not going to make it a big deal out of it. I'm really not. So I'll listen to what they have to say, and everything will work out fine.
Not fighting at all, but it's not a violation of your Fourth Amendment because you're on private property.
Yeah.
Disney has the right to search anybody and their lockers, and you just that's the God honest story.
It's not public property.
Yeah, they own that land.
You know what the thing is? All the rules are clearly stated. You're going to get, that you are subject to search. Don't bring certain things in, and I think everybody will be fine. I mean, I understand. Hey, listen, we're all trying to make sure that none of our rights get violated at any time. I get it, but I think that's going to be not really an issue.
Sorry, I was reading comments. I'm not sure what you're saying no to, Amy, but
she's not agreeing with us, and that's okay.
Oh, that's fine. Hey, that's part of the what makes
we respect your opinion too.
Brunette, I want to say something live here. And listen, what I'm about to say is going to stay on the podcast airways forever. Happy birthday from the Behind the Ears podcast. Today, I was able to give her a little shout out on Facebook, and here's your shout out on the live show. She does have a question, so the birthday girl would like to know which side is better to stay at, referring to the animal kingdom, and I will defer that to you because I have no idea.
Okay, that's actually a really good question because I think both have some very unique parts to it. I've stated both. Now, Jambo House is the original site, and it consists of a number of DVC rooms, but the vast majority are, the traditional Animal Kingdom Lodge rooms. Whereas Kidani Village is all DVC rooms. Now, don't forget, you can still stay at a DVC room, even though you're not a DVC member. You can rent them out, through Disney, through your travel agent. They have a limited availability of cash reservations. I think if you got smaller kids, I think the pool area over at Kidani Village is a lot more interactive. It's awesome. The pool over at Jambo is bigger, but it's surrounded by the lodge itself. It's really quite a sight. There's more food options over at Jambo House, but there's also, now that Sanaa offers like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner type service there, and the breakfast service is kind of like, I call it a quick service plus, where you can order your food, they'll bring it to your table, but there's no real service, so to speak. It's kind of like what they do for Be Our Guest, where you order it, they bring a little thing, they find you and give you your food. I do think they're all. I love Animal Kingdom Lodge. In the past 15 years, I've stayed there the most. What side? I prefer more Kidani, but that's just me, especially as a DVC member. But I won't pass up a stay over at Jambo. Oh, one other thing I do like about Kidani, I can park my truck underneath the hotel.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah. So my truck is not necessarily basking in the sun the entire time. It also protects my truck in the event of some real wicked, Florida storms. So there you go.
Moving down there, I am a little concerned about that Florida sun on my car, because I do have like a pearlescent paint job where it is, a black, but it's got a metallic to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very sparkly when it's cleaned up real nice.
Yep.
And I've even noticed New Jersey, even during the summer, it's. I mean, the car is now going on 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It has lost its pop.
Well, that's because you don't actually like wax it really well, do you?
No. I have not waxed it since the first year I got it. Well, but you can tell there is sun just taking a little bit of a beating to it.
Yeah, well, there's actually, to tell you the truth, I'm gonna probably go through a little bit of this in a little side video I plan on doing for all of our listeners. I have to do some maintenance on Diz Truck 1 this weekend. In fact, this weekend is oil change weekend. That's right, oil change weekend over at the Gusman Garage, only because everybody is coming home. That's right. Virginia's coming home. Casey's coming over. The truck needs an oil change. Everybody else's cars needs oil change. That's right. Everybody's going to get their stuff done over at the Gusman Garage. And I'll pop you a little note of, I don't want to necessarily provide a unplugged sponsor for this major corporation of products that I use. That would actually, you work on your black, because you got a black car. I've got a navy, dark navy blue car. I have the same problem. This stuff works wonders, and it's fabulous, and it helps protect from the Florida sun.
Perfect.
And all the crap that comes out of it too. Those little bugs that like to sit. Yeah. So anyway.
So Disney put out this Ultimate Disney Christmas package the other day.
I didn't read that yet. Tell me a little bit about it.
I'll tell you what. I was at the point where I almost told my family, "Sayonara, suckers! I'm going to be in Disney on Christmas Day."
What kind of offer they got going?
Package is awesome. All right, I'm going to go through it.
All right.
This holiday season, you can celebrate the magic of Disney with the Ultimate Disney package here at Walt Disney World. The festive vacation package has guests arriving on December 21st and departing on December 26th, and enjoying an itinerary full of exclusive experiences. December 21st, one ticket per person in your party to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Not a bad way to start the week off.
Not at all.
December 22nd, access to special nighttime extra magic hours at Pandora. Okay.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. December 23rd, a special holiday character experience at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Okay. That's different.
Something different. I'm not sure what it's going to be. December 24th, an invitation to a special Christmas Eve dinner celebration at Epcot. That intrigues me.
Oh.
That intrigues me.
Wait. Epcot, dinner, Christmas Eve. Hello?
Yeah.
Match made in heaven.
And now, granted, this could be a little knick-knack, a little tchotchke. I don't know. But on Christmas Day, a special holiday gift is delivered to your Disney Resort hotel room. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it could be, but it sounds like it could be cool. This special holiday offer also includes a 5-night stay at a select Disney Moderate Deluxe or Deluxe Villa Resort. So no value, moderate and up. Plus a 4-day theme park tickets with park hopper option, starting at $139 per person per night for a family of 4 in a standard room at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort.
Wait, how much was that again?
Hold on. That sentence made no sense. Okay, so that you could stay for a 5-night stay at a Moderate Deluxe or Deluxe Villa Resort, but starting at $139 per person per night for a family of 4 in a standard room at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, guests can wrap up this offer for a total package price of $2,775. The offer can be booked through December 10th. Now, this price is based on 2 adults, 1 junior, and 1 child. The number of rooms allocated to this offer is limited. The number of packages available for purchase is limited, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's not a bad price, in my opinion, for what is definitely peak season, or severely, steeply approaching peak season. I've told people this before. Best time to go, first couple weeks of December. But after you hit about the 18th, 19th of December, from then until Christmas, it exponentially rises in the sense of crowds. And then between Christmas and New Year's, it's tens across the board. And then, depending on where New Year's Day falls, it'll dramatically drop off right after that.
Put it this way. To get all of that, and you're getting a 5-day park hopper. You're getting tickets into on the 21st, which is probably going to be close to $100 a person. You're getting a special dinner. You're getting a gift. You're getting access to extra magic hours.
It's almost like getting the room for free.
Yeah, for $2,700. And guys, Coronado Springs. Wait, I just want to. Is it Coronado or is it?
You said Coronado.
Is it Coronado? No. Yeah. Yeah, Coronado. That's not a bad hotel for that price.
No, not at
For
all.
under $3,000, that is a actual really good deal. Yes, it'll be super crowded. Yes, you need to fit the parameters of what this party was saying. Where now, here's the thing: is it stinks if you're a AP holder and don't live local, because I don't fit into that without having to get the tickets.
Then you'd also have to pay to get down there, yada yada yada. And
not even getting down there. It's just I don't know if this was specifically for a family of four. Does it have to be a family of four?
No, they're just using that price example.
Okay.
Using two adults, a tween, and a child, which it's going to be slightly more. And actually, when I say slightly more, really slightly more, not too much more. If like the child was a teen, or if both of them were, considered adult type of thing. I mean, because like my daughter comes with me. She's an adult. My son is 13, so I don't know what he falls under in the sense of the junior bit. That's a really great deal. If I thought I could actually get off of work, if I thought my wife can get off of work, because that's her busiest time of the year.
Yeah.
I would totally do it.
I would, I tell you, I would tell my family, sayonara, suckers. I'm going to be in sunny Florida, dipping my toes in a pool.
Dude.
Hanging out with Mickey.
Me and you.
Ditch the families?
Ditch the family. Because, I mean, think about it. If it's only like $140, let's call it $150 a day. Let's just call it $150. Okay. $300 a day for the two of us times 5. It's $1,500.
$750 a person.
$750 a person plus airfare down there. You and I could have streamapalooza of this whole thing. I mean, don't tempt me.
Hey, the offer's out there. I'll leave the family.
Don't tempt me. I mean,
oh man. That's awesome.
I really hope my wife's not listening. I really don't. I know she just got home from a meeting like within the last 10 or 15 minutes, and if I hear a knock on the door, then I know I'm in some deep stuffings. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a live show. Let's remember, it's recorded live and it stays live.
If our math is right, you can do this trip for one person, one adult. You could do it for under $1,000.
Okay, hold on a second. I got to do this while I'm on on the air with you. Let me just do this for fun. Just to do this, I am going to go to my favorite airline. And what I mean by favorite airline, I'm just talking about the airline I have the most frequent flyer points. MCO, number of passengers, 1. Departure date, you said it was the 21st is the arrival. So that's a Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to be returning on the 26th. That's a Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, those are great days to fly, just because most times on Tuesdays or Thursdays are the best flights. I'm going to go hit that search button. Dum 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 dum. Ooh, oh, wait, ooh, that's a lot less than I thought it was going to be. And and it's a great flight time. 7:15 in the morning. Get there before lunch. Round trip $375. And actually for Chicago, let me tell you something. That's not bad. Let me see my flights on the way home. Let me select that flight just for grins and giggles. I'm going to click on that. What time would I have to be stuck coming home? What time?
How much was your flight?
Looks like if I want to leave when I like to leave, which I like to leave at one of the last flights out, which is like nearly 7 o'clock at night, it's $425 round trip.
Woo!
Now, again, notice you're not seeing me totally spasmatic over that price, because it's like that, especially right around Christmas. Think about that here, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I'll go to another site.
That is so expensive. I guess I'm just blessed because I'm looking at $174.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to do this just for comparison. I'm going to go to another popular site. Depart. Let's see. That's out of Midway.
So leaving Atlantic City, New Jersey at 6 a.m. on that Tuesday, that flight is going to cost me $100. And then leaving at 9:19 on Tuesday the 26th is going to cost me $74 for a grand total of $174.
No. I'm not. I don't know why it said instead of Orlando, it put Hartford, Connecticut.
No, Chris's wife is not really going to let him leave for Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Are you, hashtag, are you serious? Although
it doesn't say it has to be double occupancy anywhere on that sheet.
Ooh, okay. So let's see. I could get oh my gosh, a 5:35 a.m. flight that morning, nonstop. I'm going to select that flight, and then I'm going to go down the returning flight, and I'm going to say going to the PM section, and
taxes and fees are $300.
And I'm gonna click this button here, 7:10 p.m. nonstop. And I'm gonna press that continue button.
Put it this way, ready for this?
Yeah.
I leave for vacation next Friday, and I'm gone for a while. It's a long trip for me. I haven't even booked my flight yet. So now you're getting into like there's very minimal seats. I have to actually fly from one airport in New Jersey and then fly back. Like I'm leaving from Newark. I haven't booked this flight yet. Alex found it for me today, so God bless her soul. I'm leaving out of Newark on Friday afternoon, flying back how many days later into Atlantic City. And I think we got that flight for like $150.
Yeah.
This late in the game. New Jersey is a very popular place to fly to Orlando.
Is that
I'm actually flying to Fort Lauderdale.
Is that with all your fees and stuff though?
Yeah.
Okay, so using another popular airline that everybody loves, or so it seems, it's $315. Not too bad.
Now here's the thing, though. That $350, that's after taxes. You get to pick your seat, though, right? That's free.
No.
Oh, you don't.
No, this is an open boarding type of.
Oh, it's like first come first serve. Just get on the plane and fight for it.
Yeah, arm wrestle for it. Whereas the other one is assigned seating.
Do you get a free checked bag?
For the cheaper one, yes, believe it or not. But I would probably, more likely than not carry a lot with me in the beginning. So I may just take it with me. So that's kind of a wash. Either way, both of them are really good. Really good flights. Again, I like the airlines that I fly because I'm a bigger guy. They don't give me any problems. I'm going to be honest with you. There are some airlines out there that because they see me, I am not gargantuan, but I fit in every airline seat. There was a prop plane that I took one time and I squeezed my butt into those seats just fine. And granted, the pilot came up to me, he puts his hand on my shoulder and he says, "Sir, do you realize that you're sitting in an exit row?" I looked at him with a straight face. I said, "Should I be concerned?" I kid you not. That was a true story. That was an absolute true story. It was absolutely hilarious. I mean, this is also a plane that on the top of it, above the cockpit, has a dotted line, and I kid you not, said, "In an emergency, cut here." I kid you not. And I looked at my business partner. I looked at him. I said, "That's what we're getting at?" He looked at me. He's like, "Yeah." I go, "Oh, dear goodness." Anyway, that's enough about Chris's flying shenanigans.
Here's the problem with flying Spirit. And I'll tell you who I fly. That's fine. I have bad mapped them enough. Like I'm getting my flight for $120, right? And that's taxes, fees, everything. Now, if I want to bring a luggage on, checked both ways, and if I do it while I buy the ticket, okay, I have to do this while these prices are based on while I'm buying the ticket. It's $31 one way.
Wow.
Okay, so that's $60. So now that flight jumps up to $180. Okay, I'm a big guy. Spirit chairs are lit. I'm this big. Oh, there we go. I'm this big. The chairs are this big. Okay, and I'm not an oversized man. I'm just very square. I have a very square.
You're a square.
So I found my last flight down to Miami. Put it this way: my flight down to Miami was about $100. I spent $140 in picking my seats last time I flew down to Miami.
So let's see.
I get the big boy seats.
I'm gonna go.
All right, I wasn't talking or anything.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm looking at Spirit right now. So I'm going to click that. And it's not as good of a flight. No, returning flight. I'll do. Oh, it's one stop. Okay, not as good of flights. So let me see. And let me continue. It's loading something awesome. and the graphics on the screen look like they're like crayons. Let's see how much this does. I'm really curious. I've actually never priced a flight out on Spirit.
I have never had a layover flight. Have you? I've never done layovers.
I have. I've had to do a couple different layover flights. I've done layovers in Philadelphia. I've done layovers in LAX. I've done layovers. Detroit. Detroit's actually a really cool place. Let's see. No thanks. I'll add on separately. I'll just say I'll add on separately.
Oh, you're gonna have a million screens to click past.
Oh crap! As soon as I clicked that, I said to myself, you know what? I probably shouldn't have done it. Continue without hotel.
Hey Terry, if you're gonna be in, are you gonna be in Disney World or Disneyland? Because that makes a difference. Very important. Let me know because I'll be down there. Like right now, all right. So I just clicked on a one-way flight. Mm-hmm. And Spirit is offering the Thrills combo, saves you up to $116. So this is for $50. So if you're a Spirit $9 Fare Club member, which I am, this will cost you $53 per person each way. And what it gets you is a check bag plus $10. So right there, it's plus 10 pounds because they for some reason they only do 40 pounds. Now they'll give you 50 pounds. Right off the bat, that's $30. Then you get one standard carry-on bag, which is big time because that's usually another $30. You get to pick your seat, which including the exit row. You get the shortcut boarding, the flight flex, which is no charge fees, and 2 times the miles for $53. That is a really good deal.
Well, this is saying that my booking would be nearly $300. And if that's the case, I'll go with the other airline that was $315 because it had better times of flights.
And sometimes that's all it is. Sometimes that $15 is worth the flight, the timing. You know,
it just goes to say, kind of going like with what I posted on the Disney Community Facebook page tonight. Sometimes the cheapest is not always the best value. Cheap does not equal value. Price does not necessarily equal value. Just because you pay more for something doesn't mean it's better value. Sometimes if you pay less, it doesn't mean it's a better value. Anyway, enough of that. That's a great deal. Go talk to Aaron over at mousemastertravel.com. Tell him Behind the Ears Podcast sent you. If you are interested in this package, I'll tell you right now, that would be an awesome early Christmas present for a family. Quite serious.
Yeah.
Forget about the presents, ladies and gentlemen. That would be awesome.
That would be super cool. Yeah. Once, like Chris said, go head over to mousemastertravel.com. While you're there, don't forget to tell them Behind the Ears Podcast sent you. And oh no, my flight does not have the big boy seats. I am gonna cry. That is terrible. They are already sold out. Maybe I can. Oh, they were only $35. Anyway, with that being said, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. Facebook is Behind the Ears Podcast, Instagram Behind the Ears Podcast, and Twitter is Behind the Ears PC. Any listener questions, comments, or concerns, please send them to behindtheearspodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos over on YouTube. And do us a favor. Why don't you hit up the Disney Community Facebook page and ask for an invite? And lastly, from me, don't forget to go on iTunes and rate and review the show. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it helps, fuel the show, helps people find it a little bit easier. So with that being said, guys, make sure you wear your seatbelts, clean up the crumbs after you, don't eat pizza with a fork, drink that cranberry juice. I am Uncle Danny. I'm signing out.
And I'm Mr. Chris. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. We hope you had a good time, and we had a great time bringing it to you. Don't forget to subscribe to the show, because that way you get all the podcast episodes delivered right to you. You don't have to worry if you missed anything, because you can get it right to your device of choice. You can do that over at iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, or what whatever podcast catcher you use. But until we meet again, we hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care.